From the Meadowlands in East Rutherford, New Jersey, ESPN presents NCAA basketball as the Scarlet Knights of Rutgers face the Duke Blue Devils. Hello once again, everyone, and welcome to another night of college basketball. It's game number 1 of the 2 we'll have tonight. In game number 2, we go to the Bluegrass State. Kentucky, ranked number 3, facing Louisville. Louisville is coming off their loss to Vanderbilt. Joining me as usual is Jim Valvano. You played at Rutgers. You coached there. In fact, you coach Bob Wenzel, who's the coach of Rutgers right now. What does he have to do on this day to win?
John, being the alumnus and the loyal alumnus I am, Bobby, what you should have done on this day is schedule someone else. Duke was the wrong squad. Maybe St. Leo, John. I don't know.
No.
They're going to have to shoot the ball very well to have any chance to beat Duke.
All right, Duke is back to the number 1 team in the nation, and they will be up against Rutgers as this man will run the floor as usual. Bobby Hurley looking for Grant Hill.
In the shadows of the big city, New York, across the Hudson River at St. Anthony's High School in Jersey City, Bobby Hurley began to blossom both as a young man and as a player. He grew up street city tough, and it's paid off in a big way.
I think I've developed a toughness from playing in this area, playing a lot of AAU ball and playing in the playgrounds in Jersey City. And so I think I was prepared for that kind of competition at the college level.
Then it was off to Duke University, where he's made a mark all right, leading the Blue Devils to 3 straight Final Fours and 2 national titles. Now as a senior, Hurley's earned the right to get a game in his own backyard.
He deserves a chance to, to come back home and play against a top quality opponent, and we're pleased that the Meadowlands is just about sold out for the game.
A December nor'easter has made conditions not too good on the outside of the Meadowlands Arena, but inside it's home for the Duke Blue Devils. You bet, the Northern home, where they are 11-1 since 1982, and 4 times they've left this building as the East Regional champions headed to the Final Four. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dave Sims along with Bill Raftery. We got a good game for you tonight as the Duke Blue Devils pay a home visit for Bobby Hurley, and you know he's got to be very excited tonight.
Well, a lot of people are here to see Rutgers. A lot of people here to see Duke, but most of them to see Bobby Hurley. He's won state championships here. He's the kind of a kid that's been an extension maybe of the area. Hard work with a lot of dignity.
You bet. It's going to be interesting, too, for Rutgers. Coming into this game 2-0 against 3-0 Duke, what kind of chance does Rutgers have, though?
Well, the idea of getting good shots is very important, but I think what Wenzel is going to attempt to do, change the defenses, give them different looks, and substitute a great deal, sort of curtail this onslaught. Maybe a Northeasterner if Duke gets rolling.
Should be interesting. Meadowlands Arena, the site for tonight's game, Duke against Rutgers, and we're back with the starting lineups right after this.
ESPN's NCAA basketball is brought to you by the people of Nike, who encourage you to just do it. By Volkswagen. Enjoy the unique European driving experience called Fahrvergnügen, only in a Volkswagen. And by Bud Light. If you want great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
Welcome back to the Meadowlands Arena, everybody. The Rutgers Scarlet Knights out of the Atlantic 10 Conference going against the 2-time defending Duke Blue Devils out of the ACC. Starting lineups for the Blue Devils, who have a tremendous contingent here as we take a look at the Rutgers folks. Grant Hill, he's the guy to watch there. Probably or possibly one of the most spectacular players in the country. He'll be starting with Lang, Parks, Hurley, and Hill. And Hurley got a tremendous ovation here in East Rutherford. There's Mike Krzyzewski's 13th season at Duke, the all-time winning coach at Duke University. For the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, the man to watch, Steve Worthy in the backcourt. He's got tremendous range, and he will get the ball up at the hoop. Santiago, Weiler in the middle. Not too much scoring there, but good defense. Phillips and Jones. And Bobby Wenzel, who played at Rutgers. He's the only Rutgers alum ever to go on to coach at Rutgers University. And, of course, he was an assistant coach at Duke University from 1975 to 1980 under Bill Foster. And there he is, Bobby Hurley, playing at home. This is senior year. He grew up not too far from here, Raph, in Jersey City. It's, what, a couple exits up on the turnpike.
He owns the state, basketball-wise. A lot of people rooting for Duke because of him.
And here we go, Rutgers with the ball and intercepted by Grant Hill. Grant Hill going to start at the point.
Well, maybe not.
And then give it to Hurley. I thought
Rutgers with some man-to-man out of the gate, and they'll be switching quite a bit.
Santiago couldn't wait to get the challenge of Hurley. Two-man game, Hill. Rebound to Tony Lang. Rutgers comes along with Steve Worthy.
Under control.
Santiago. Phillips will get a chance. Can't get it. Rebound to Grant Hill.
This is where he's dynamite. Open floor. Got to control him. Force him to a wing.
Cherokee Parks with the fade. Look at Grant Hill come in with the rebound. There's the Rutgers. Mike Jones doing a good job. Posting inside Phillips. Be a foul on Tony Lang.
A little nickel dimer by Froggy Paparo, but posting up, that's unusual with Duke. They normally have good position, good stance, and spacing, and lead the guy into that low post area. I think the rebounding is important for Rutgers. They got to compete on the glass if they're going to hang in here.
That interesting situation here, the home team, Bill, as Worthy just misses Weiler with the follow, and here comes Hurley.
Good job balancing by Rutgers.
Ooh, sent back by Jones. Boy, that'll get Rutgers fired up.
Well, that was almost sent back to Jersey City. Special delivery. But Bobby Hurley, unabashed, will challenge bigger and stronger guys. Nice crossover, gets the angle, and if it weren't for the help, would have been able to get it up on the glass.
You're going to hear a lot of cheering for Duke tonight. Sort of a home game, but not, right, Bill?
No, it's one of those deals where it counts as an exposure for Duke and the ACC, and yet it's Rutgers. They play in this facility. It's near their home, but on the scoreboard, they are the visitor Duke. So if you're not confused by that, stay tuned.
Yeah, 89% from the line for Bobby Hurley. He converts. Here's Santiago.
Straight up man-to-man. A lot of help, assistance. They constantly look at him. One of the few guys to turn the corner on Hurley. Santiago.
Two apiece.
I have not seen that happen. People, Kenny Anderson, in fact, not turn the corner on Hurley.
Right. Turn the corner, get into the teeth of the defense. Well, we got a heck of a battle here between Weiler and Parks. It's the first on Big Chuck Weiler.
When clubs play good defense and you turn the corner and you're creative, it's a problem. But down here, Rutgers in the man-to-man. Weiler doesn't get a good angle, trails all the way, and that banging, as they've been trying to clean it up for a couple of years, I don't know if they'll ever succeed.
Thomas Hill has it knocked away. Loose ball and out of bounds for Duke.
In front of the Rutgers band, you always get that call.
Absolutely. 2-2 ball game just underway.
Could you picture, we were a little too young, but Valvano performing for this Rutgers club years ago.
Thomas Hill, lefty jumper's good, 4-2.
A guy that doesn't get much attention, but is a prospect. T. Hill, active, good legs. Not a bad shooter either, Dave.
You'll notice that 3 of the Rutgers players have the shaved head shaved for tonight. And here's Hurley with the board.
Say, I like to win, but I don't think I'd ever shave my head for it.
I tried it. It doesn't work. Believe me. Aerodynamically, it does not lend itself much.
You did it without commitment to it, huh?
That's exactly right.
Their buddy that did it is called Chicago. I said he may be in Chicago if you guys don't win this one. Here's the stack stuff. You see the switch down low. A lot of banging. Duke is a physical defensive team.
You bet. Lang's one of the better ones, too. Here's
Look at that
Thomas
angle.
Hill. Barely going to force the issue.
Great denial.
Thomas Hill.
He made that break, Hurley. He forced Hill to come to the wing.
Hill with 4 points. Rutgers up 6. Duke up 6-2. Santiago can't convert. Here come the Blue Devils once again.
A nice job again. Santiago getting into the thick beat Hurley.
Grant Hill gets a free look. Got it.
Too easy, huh? Pop out like that, unattached.
He'll wear you out if you let him get a look at it like that. Depending on your perspective, it'll be a long night or a short night.
Terrific. The thing about Hill, though, is he's gotten stronger because of the Dream Team.
Jones, and they're going to count it.
I think they give it to Jones. Well, that keeps everybody happy. He said that he got confidence and also felt he had to get stronger, Grant Hill, by playing against those greats that won the Olympic gold.
Tell you what, that's a post-grad education before you even get your undergrad.
Well, when you play Duke or Army when Krzyzewski was there, you know if you go airborne, you're going to get down on somebody. It just depends on position whether you get the call. So you've got to learn to pull up and have body control before the release or pass.
First foul on Jones. Andre Lamoureux in the game now, number 25 for Rutgers.
A little zone look right now.
Lamoureux almost there.
Why gamble though?
Here comes Rutgers on the break. They don't have numbers. Worthy. Loose ball, and here comes Duke. Grant Hill. Thomas Hill finishes. No, he doesn't. Not this time, and Rutgers goes the other way. As you were saying, you go airborne.
They step in. This game, although Rutgers loves to go up and down, I think they're going to have to pull the string at times. You can't compete at this lofty level with empty trips and quick shots. That they just love to run and counter. They're a great counter-punching team, Duke.
Andre Kolbasovsky into the game, replacing Phillips for Lang. Tony Lang, his second foul. Marty Clark into the game for the Blue Devils.
You've worked hard on that name, too. Kolbasovsky. And you're going to say it a lot in the next couple of years. Very sound player for Bobby Wenzel. Good feel. Not a bad shooter at all out of Malloy.
And now Lumpkin, he comes into the game for Steve Worthy. Lumpkin will shoot the basketball. He's got tremendous range. Lamoureux knocking down one.
And a nice addition. He's come in and given them a little bit of a lift. Scoring points, he's active. You saw him gamble in the zone, which he should not have, but that's his anxious side wanting to get some minutes.
Not a bad job by Lamoureux, 71% from the line. We've got an 8-6 Duke lead.
And this slows you down a little. If they stay in their zone and force the deep shot, and get some rest.
Ooh, Santiago got his great look.
On the money.
Welcome home.
Spread. That's why the zone can't go out to the corners.
Welcome home, Bobby Hurley.
Do you think he'll be a good surgeon? Cuts you apart.
Santiago forcing the issue. Kolbasovsky. Yes, he can. 10-8 Duke.
He's got a feel, Dave. Most of Curran's kids do. Jack Curran is high school coach.
Archbishop Malloy in Queens, New York.
Now this kid has got a game, by the way, Parks. A lot's been said about losing Leitner. He can low post jump shoot.
Kolbasovsky with a big board. And Rutgers with a chance to tie it or take the lead with a three.
And run some stuff. I think Duke get in a stance.
Santiago.
Again.
It's early. Inside, Kolbasovsky. It's tied at 10.
Very unusual occurrence. Ask Jalen Rose and people of that ilk.
Here, you saw him last week. 4 points for Kolbasovsky.
Man, the little switch by Wenzel.
Early, nice setup for Grant Hill. Turn and scores. Boy, he's special.
You can switch D, but you better get in position. You can't just let low post entry passes occur like that.
Lamoureux way out top. Here's Lumpkin.
Good ball reversal. Great denial. Footwork.
Grant Hill to Hurley. Nice cross. Nice look. Yeah, the foul. What a play. Thomas Hill hangs and scores.
He loves to find people, doesn't he, Hurley? Everybody runs because the kid gets it to you. There are lanes to complement the break. Great crossover move.
Fabulous.
They all pay attention. And wide open, T-Hill.
Nicely done. Thomas Hill at the line. He's got 6. Thomas 66% from the free throw line so far this year. Gets the bounce. And Duke with a 14-10 lead early on in their northern home at the Meadowlands. And there's a look at one of the great moments in Duke basketball history. Christian Leitner on the inbounds. And he scores to send Duke to the Final Four in 1990 right here in this building. They were practicing that shot during
Today,
shootout
right?
Isn't that great?
Marks and Clark. And I asked Mike about that particular play. I said, did you really change the play after the huddle? He said, yes. I winked at Davis and said special, which meant you give it back to Christian because the defender had gone back into the 3-second lane. The other 3 guys ran another play that he had set up. That's why.
They're also practicing the Leitner shot versus Kentucky on the spectrum. They're working on that this morning. Everybody taking a shot. It's 15-10 Duke. Lumpkin, 4-3. Can't get it. Obasovsky making his presence felt. Lamoureux with the follow. It's 15-12 Duke. How about Lumpkin? We'll talk about him in terms of his field goals during the course of his career. And Clark off the bench.
Nice job.
He was denied. Nice job indeed by Lamoureux.
Marty Clark, a guy that has contributed, according to Mike, along with Meek. He's trying to deepen his bench in pieces, and he feels these two have started that.
Thomas Hill. Thomas Hill inside now, and he scores. Makes it 17-12. Hill with 8 points. Oh, Santiago got left outside.
See if Hurley starts making him turn and spin a little with the bounce. And he's let him in the deep area rather easily for Bobby Hurley.
Jones baseline, what a pick. Shot clock at 27. Oh, there's an easy one.
There's the things that he does. He understands area, where to present himself for looks. A silent kind of a player.
6 points off the bench, not bad. Speaking volumes already.
Obasovsky, everybody will be able to say it. He keeps it up.
Grant Hill, see ya. Oh, he misses an easy one. And Lamoureux with the rebound. It's 17-14 Duke. Santiago.
Well, they're playing behind, Dave. They're letting him come in.
Santiago.
Again.
It's the roll.
3.
Santiago from Adlai Stevenson High School in the Bronx. And he has been really excited about matching up against Bobby Hurley.
And they're going to have to pinch and help Hurley a little bit. Can't let him go directly to the goal.
Rutgers crowd getting into this one. Hurley throws it away. Saved by Thomas Hill. 25 on the shot clock.
Trying to deny him the ball. Good job by Damon Santiago. Let them be leaderless, particularly with Hill on the baseline.
You bet. You see your shot clock there. Getting into crunch time, and Santiago up to the challenge. Let's see what he's got.
They got an offensive foul. Not a good one by Marty Clark. A dead trip for Duke. Excellent defense by Rutgers.
And here comes the Rutgers crowd at the Meadowlands. East Rutherford, New Jersey. It's Duke leading Rutgers 17-16. Duke by 1 at the Meadowlands Arena. Dave Sims and Bill Raftery with you. Want to remind you to stay tuned for a Bluegrass Classic as the number 9 ranked Louisville Cardinals play host to the 3rd ranked Kentucky Wildcats from Freedom Hall in Louisville. And it's always a war when these two proud teams collide. And freshman Roderick Rhodes, also from St. Anthony's in Jersey City, will be looking to make his mark. It's all coming up next at 9:30 Eastern here on ESPN. So whose home game is it after all?
Duke played Arizona here in a neutral game.
Last time they lost there, as a matter of fact.
11-1. That was their one loss. So the Meadowlands tried to get Duke to have an intersectional game. A lot of teams looked at it, didn't take it, including Kentucky. So it started out as one of their home games. Then when they got Rutgers, those are the shots they got to stay away from. They decided, hey, it'll be a road game with and an exposure for the ACC. So in essence, Rutgers becomes the home team on the scoreboard.
All right, there you go. Grant Hill, we're all set. Look at Tony Lang with that score.
Those long jumpers, though, if you don't make them, it's a horror show against Duke because it exposes the backcourt.
Worthy, no, and Parks with a big rebound. And a foul. Oh, boy, a chippy, cheap one there, and that's the kind that kills you.
Just run by, huh?
That's it.
But the kick-out pass was there, and Cherokee controlled the ball.
Got Jamal Phillips coming back into the game for Andrew Obasovsky. Obasovsky made his impact. Did a nice job. Anthony Stewart, number 54, he's in for Lamoureux.
There's the difference in the Rutgers club. They've got rotation up front. Stewart coming in for Lamoureux. Some big bodies.
And that's what they needed last year.
Didn't have any.
Didn't have enough. And Hill, nice nail. And one. Foul on Phillips.
Now you know what his father did in the backfield, huh? To linemen. I mean, treating him with disdain as he uses his dribbling ability, that size, coordination, nice little spin and drop step, and a wilty.
I tell you what,
finger roll.
That's right. Memories of, as Willis Reed likes to call him, Uncle Wildy. Wilt Chamberlain with that finger roll, you bet. Nice looking shot, doesn't complete the three-point play, but Parks makes it a bonus situation. Gets the rebound, here's Lang. Hill, another free look. Oh, they're going for the basket tonight. Steve Worthy with the board.
He really is a fine player, Worthy. He can contribute on both ends.
Lumpkin still can't get one. Boy, they're attacking the glass. Here comes Hill. Thomas Hill. Oh, yeah.
He was looking to give it to Hurley instead of taking it to the goal and letting things develop.
Got to be impressed with Rutgers to this point, down 21-16.
Solid. The changes that Wenzel alluded to, the different looks defensively, subbing people have helped him. And also Hurley not playing his game has helped as well.
Think he's a little bit too juiced tonight?
I think so. And also Santiago came out of the gate smoking.
He did. Mark Redden controlling now for Rutgers.
Let's see if they switch the D to a little zone, I believe, too.
Phillips gets inside and scores. 21-18 Duke.
Taking away his penetration.
Sure enough. And he got hung up in the air. Hill was there to bail him out. Tony Lang. Almost. Bobby Hurley.
And that wasn't stroked either.
Not at all. He's got four.
Looked like you're truly.
That's right.
I was struggling in our host game today.
Here's Mark Redden, 23-18 Duke.
Hurley moving the legs a little better. The key to their D is he has to contain. Everybody else can pressure the next logical pass. Offensive foul. Good call by Paparo.
Sure was.
Phillips. That's a macho foul.
You bet. First foul. And, boy, you saw a lot of that against Michigan last week, right?
A little whooping, too. They used some talk we've never heard on the floor. They're addressing this situation. You can see Phillips. You can't keep backing. Swimming in the post when they flail the arms is what refs might call it. But good post D.
Kenny Blakeney, he's in the game for Duke now, replaces Grant Hill. That swimming in the post, they'll give you that first bump. 3, 4, 5, they don't want to know about it.
No, it's not the Olympics.
Tony Lang at the line. 83% shooter there.
Now here's a guy that can lend some offense to Duke. I mean, he's been quiet early on with about 4 points a game. And Mike said today he's got some ability. We'd like to see him get on fire a little.
Well, look at Lang and the two Hills. Look like they're from the same cookie cutter. He misses, and Worthy with the rebound.
Great wing players that can handle.
24-18 Duke. We're here at the Meadowlands in East Rutherford, New Jersey.
Good shot trip now. Be patient.
Phillips, no. Rebound. Taken away. Oh, let's see what the call's going to be here. They're going to nail Thomas Hill with the grab. For Hill, that's his first.
With the ball getting to the box, you can really do some damage with cuts. And not a bad shot by Phillips, and good offensive rebounding.
Remember Mike Krzyzewski in his days in Army.
You remember, I want to forget. We had to play against him.
That's right.
You think he was tough at Duke. He was in nice little drop-off.
Nice send back, too. Jones. Phillips, yes.
Boy, the bounce has been their baby.
Indeed. Parks came over to cut it off, and they still made something happen. 24-20 Duke. Early. Parks. Challenged nicely. Loose ball, and it comes to Lang. Early, yes. From the corner for three. 27-20 Duke.
He's definitely a killer. I mean, he's so calm out there. He just drills. Look at the help.
Phillips. Return to center by Parks. Rutgers very active. And Lang comes away with it. Hurley wants the ball badly, and there he is. He's going to get it now. Duke by 7, 27-20. Coming up on the 8-minute mark, first half. Kenny Blakeney. Cherokee Parks, yes he did. Took the extra step. Grant Hill back into the game for Duke, and Lamoureux for Rutgers.
A lot of emotion in a game like this, Dave. I'm watching Bobby Hurley. A little weave they ran, got him on the wing, and he rested. They have a motion offense. Not a lot of rules in their offense. A couple of little double screens, staggered screen, back screen, but basically freewheeling.
Rutgers, 5 turnovers. Duke with 4.
Nice job by Lang getting out on top of Lamoureux. Didn't need it.
And an extra step. And a traveling violation on Mike Jones. Duke by 7, but Rutgers hanging in nicely. Back with more right after this. Bobby Hurley's starting to make some things happen here in his homecoming, Bill Raftery.
Well, Dave, he's known for his penetration and finding people, but after a timeout in the Michigan game, he came back out and hit a 3. He beats you any way necessary. He's widened his game. He's a deeper shooter than he was as a freshman. He's got strong legs and unbelievable foot speed.
There you see that stat there. And how about the fact, too, that with him running the point, Duke's 94-17. Holy.
That'll get you a lot of contracts. Man-to-man Rutgers, and they clear the side.
Beats Santiago, and he'll go to the line. Hurley will for 2. You talking about a kid. Bobby Hurley would go from his home in Jersey City, go to the projects with Terry Gahair of Seton Hall and Jerry Walker. A couple of visits, a couple of road trips for him.
He used to go to Booker T. Washington Playground. He went over to the city once.
West 4th Street and 6th Avenue.
And they lost the game, and he said, that's enough of this. He said the guys were dressed like they couldn't play, and they beat us.
Bobby and these guys went over in T-shirts, everybody looking good in uniforms and everything.
Back to Jersey.
Ooh, boy.
He is not quite himself on that stroke tonight.
Not at all. The Rutgers kids really want a piece of him, too. Worthy gets the bounce.
Well, he will not back off, Steve Worthy. Good range, getting 16 points. The only problem you have is if this shot does not go, you've got some problems because all the adrenaline and people are going forward, and Duke on a miss is going the other way.
Good left-handed dribble, too, by Worthy. Fouls on Marty Clark, his second. Worthy completes the 3-point play. Rutgers down by 4. Here's the press. Jones with the foul on Blakeney.
All he had to do was take the sideline away with the legs. And it may put them over the limit, Dave.
Yes, indeed. They have been for a while.
Yeah.
And it'll be 1-1.
It's a perfect trap situation, something they haven't done. Rutgers is a terrific pressing team, but you're afraid to press at Duke because it opens up the floor and all of a sudden you got a break. You have the numbers.
And they do finish. We're talking about Duke. Look at Bob Wenzel. His freshman coach. Blakeney knocks down one. Talking about Bob Wenzel. His freshman coach at Rutgers, Jimmy V.
Jimmy V. And that put him in this position, huh? I wonder if Jimmy sent the letter of recommendation with a check.
Here's Blakeney. And Bobby, of course, Bobby Wenzel. Bill Foster's assistant coach at Duke. Blue Devils went to the 78 Final Four. In fact, the championship game, losing to Kentucky. Worthy. Cross-court pass.
Good control that time, though.
Phillips wants it badly. Got it.
Little power game.
Yeah, he feels good down low. 29-25 Duke. 8 points for Phillips.
A little disorganized, aren't they, for a Duke team? They got the walk.
Sure enough on Tony Lang. And Thomas Hill coming into the game. 6 turnover for Rutgers.
They usually rattle people, and they're rattled. That's stemming from the leader, too. Bobby is not in his comfort zone yet. I think they're going to fight their way through this half and maybe change some of the defensive rules. They may start fronting that low post, forcing the lob, putting a little more pressure on the wing pass.
Worthy looking for an avenue. Oh, almost. Boy, he wanted that one. That is a foul on Thomas Hill, his second. Talking to Pete Gaudette, Mike Krzyzewski's assistant. He said the kids may be a little bit too tight for Bobby because he's coming home and everything.
Well, Worthy never too tight on the floor. Very offensive-minded. The NBA bump, duck, and deliver. He has played within himself, and that's a key, I think, for Rutgers. He's got talent, but he does get out of control on occasion. Pete Gaudette at Army with Mike. Saw some good things, went to Duke with him. Hey, this is nice winning all these games.
You bet. Steve Worthy, the Atlantic 10 Newcomer of the Year last year. He's out of Trenton Central High School and Vincennes Junior College. Home of Bob McAdoo, Ricky Green. Steve Worthy's outside Walker, another one. Yeah. Duke by 3. 6:30 left in the first half. Blakeney to the hole and finishes. Nice job.
Well, that's what the motion does. It moves you up, and if you don't sneak a peek, they'll bust by. All are good with the bounce.
Into the hole for Phillips. Lamoureux. Tough pass. Handled nicely by Jones.
Now, he doesn't look pretty, but he's effective.
It's effective. 9.5 points per ball game. Lamoureux's got 6. Rutgers to within 3. Shake move by Lang, short. Grant Hill, and they're calling the block. Calling the block on Lamoureux. An emphatic call by Dick Paparo.
Well, it's a bang-banger, and you really can't argue. Wenzel upset. It hurts with Lamoureux, who's been offered up this frame. He may have a spare tire, but he's putting it forward.
Oh, boy.
Froggy, a tough one if you're Wenzel. You're going to scream and holler. But I like what Andre's done with this team.
Oh, wide base. It looked like he might have been set.
He may have just leaned
Just
forward
a little
enough
bit
to let it go against them.
With the hips. And Lamoureux gets a big reception at the Rutgers bench. 3 fouls on Andre Lamoureux out of Los Alamitos, California. Grant Hill at the line. 64% are there. Lumpkin will get back into the game for Rutgers.
Offensively, I think Rutgers has had a very sound philosophy. They haven't rushed things. They've gotten it to the box. They've gotten dribble penetration. Shot selection is much better.
Good crowd here at the Meadowlands. In spite of the weather, there's a sellout. And I'd say about 95% of the seats are filled. Worthy in a hurry. That's not get it. Not at all. Here's Weiler. Sent back. Weiler again. Sent back. He scores!
I think they give Grant Hill the foul, but second opportunities. What a bonus for Rutgers. Keeping it alive. Chuck, known for his shot blocking, not his inside play, but he bodies. Once you get under the tin right here, Dave.
They're going to wipe it out now.
Oh. A mystery.
Indeed. Got to catch up on that one. 33-30 Duke. Parks inside. Weiler got a piece of it and a piece of Parks for Weiler. That is his second foul.
Dave, how about Mike, though? They really haven't had an inside game. He's had enough. Get Parks the basketball down there. Let him roam. They won't be able to contest him in the box area.
Look at Chuck Weiler.
The only thing that I can think of is Donnie Gray figured it's after the goal, let it go. I mean, what else? How else could you wipe it off?
Yeah. Rutgers make that Duke is going big. They brought Meek in for Blakeney. So up front, it would be Grant Hill, Cherokee Parks, and Eric Meek. So look at Parks. Really like what he's done so far because the Duke people say they know where he's going to be on offense.
Well, it sounds. Now, Mike told me today, next year, he thinks he'll be out taking jump shots. And he had me looking at him as he shot the basketball, and he does have great rotation. He just feels his game will broaden, but right now, they've got somebody to go to on that box who has some offensive play.
Tomasovsky comes back in for Rutgers. He replaces Jamal Phillips. 4 points and 4 rebounds for Cherokee Parks. Duke leading 35-30.
See them switching that baseline run.
Lumpkin bodies up front. Santiago back in the game.
Hurley much better, huh?
Gonna get Hurley on a grab on the pass.
Did a great job that time with the legs.
Hurley's first. You think Duke didn't expect to be in this spot, maybe up 5 with 5 and change left?
Well, it's not alarming for them, but I do think they're not themselves, and that's both attributable to Rutgers and maybe the Hurley mystique of coming back. He has not been the dominating type of player that you're accustomed to for Duke. In fact, he got a little upset at that call, and generally he keeps to himself. After the first year, Mike chatted with him. They went over tapes to see how his personality was during games, and he got rid of all that, those little things that take away from your concentration.
That's right. Used to give you the face and everything. Santiago 93% from the line.
I get the same one when I get in tonight.
That's it. Knocks them both down. 3-point game. Duke comes into tonight's game 3-0, wins over Canisius, Michigan, and Northeastern. 16 straight wins also dating back to last year. Thomas Hill. No, rebound Worthy.
With Duke jamming across court, and look at this kid turn a corner again. Wasn't on Hurley, but still.
How about Weiler? Ball not free, and here comes Grant Hill. Nice defense. Santiago got a piece of it. Rutgers, the chance to tie if they nail a 3. There's Worthy.
What'd you call that one? Rutgers has done a marvelous job transition. Defensively, they've been back, taking away that explosive break of Duke.
Coming up on the 4-minute mark, it's Duke 35, Rutgers 32. Good defense by Santiago. Grant Hill, force, bang. Oh, what a roll.
With the kiss. He's got a game.
12 for Grant Hill.
A lot of options they can go to.
Pumpkin 4-3. No rebound, Hurley.
Look at the white shirts back.
Hurley will go. Can't get it. Rebound, Santiago. Lumpkin is trailing. He can't get it. Rebound, Hurley. Oh, boy, what an opportunity that was.
Sure was. I thought they had a number of them where they've handled it wisely. That time, good shot, unable to convert.
Hurley rattles it home. 37-32 Duke. Worthy, you can see Worthy is he just can't wait to make something happen.
But he'll stand at home doing a good job.
Nice job, Steve Worthy.
The good defense has been helpful for Worthy. He hasn't been able to take the wild one. He's within control.
And what you were saying before, he came in shooting only 37.5 from the field. That has been to Rutgers' benefit. The reach on Worthy. Worthy with the foul. That's his first.
The Rutgers foul on his first.
Mike Jones back into the game for the Rutgers Scarlet Knights.
Mike Jones.
And he replaces Donnell Lumpkin.
Duke's got to expect everybody coming out taking a shot at them.
No question.
You're not coming in with an easy game all year. Everybody teeing it up against the champs.
Able to shoot a couple. Very deliberate.
No 10-second counts anymore, Dave.
When was the last time you saw somebody whistle for a 10-second count?
I can't recall. There's small gym someplace when they had their uncles refereeing, I'm sure.
Weiler's out. Stewart's in for Rutgers. Hill with 10 points. He's 4 for 6 from the field. So with 2:51 left in the first half. Good game. Duke 41. Back at the Meadowlands, Duke leading Rutgers 41-34. Steve Worthy, Ralph, is trying to make some things happen for Rutgers.
He's made some worthy trips. This amongst them, it's a clear out. not like the old days where you gave him a side, but able to work his magic. Hill staying at home. His conversions on better shots have enabled Rutgers to get back and be in pretty good position.
Here's some numbers for you. The Duke starting front line. We'll run these down for you. Grant Hill, 12 points. Lang, 1 point. And Parks, 4 points.
A little 2-3 zone right now.
Wasowski fades.
Yes.
Got the roll.
Confidence. He does not step back.
Wasowski's got 8 points. Rutgers down 5.
Little stack with a pop out. And Jones doing a nice job staying at home on Grant Hill.
Meek. Hurley. Yes, indeed. Parks made the call. Hurley heard him, and he saw him.
Did they set that up beautifully, though? Set it up strong side, kick it to the weak, and then a pin by Parks. The kid can deliver. Forget about Karl Malone. Hurley can make some plays.
Nice try, Stewart. Taken away by Parks.
Duke's been forced to run their man-to-man and have been impatient. He's got some touch.
Oh, my. 14 for Grant Hill.
And they were staggering with their man-to-man offense, I thought. Now they've got their legs getting some better opportunities.
Worthy almost had an opportunity. Here's Jones. Baseline's got it.
Good job by Worthy giving it up.
7-point ball game. Duke on top. Hill gets a free look. Rebound Parks. Nice job.
Sure was. His momentum took him all the way to the baseline. Maybe the quickness didn't enable him to get in position to be a factor on the glass.
Marty Clark back into the game for Duke. Thomas Hill takes a seat.
A little switch again, maybe. Looks like they're back to man-to-man.
Meek, Hill, and Parks up front with Clark and Hurley for Duke. Santiago, Worthy. Here's Jones. Nice pressure by Grant Hill. Almost called for foul. Look at that penetration. Yes, indeed.
And they almost forced it to half court with that D, but Rutgers made them pay for the gamble out there.
Mike Jones with 6. Final minute. Duke up by 5. Hurley penetrates. And he goes glass. Nicely done.
One of the few times he's been able to turn the corner. Been forced to shoot the jumper.
Hurley with 11 points. Thomas Hill with 11. Grant Hill leads with 14. We see your game clock. Wasowski, almost. The tip is good by Anthony Stewart. Final 10 seconds. Grant Hill, no sir. And that'll do it for the first half here at the Meadowlands Arena. It's Duke 47, Rutgers 42. Good show, Dave Sims, the Bill referee. We'll be back soon. Right now, let's get to John Saunders.
All right, Dave and Bill, thank you very much. The Scarlet Knights hanging in there against the #1 team in the nation. That certainly is a surprise. We should remind you at 9:30 Eastern time, Kentucky and Louisville comes your way. But first, Jim Valvano, let's talk about what's going on in this first half. Obviously, we're surprised, but Duke really, both ends of the floor, you look for their game.
They're such a sound team, John, both on the offensive end and defensively. You take a look at what they do half-court offensively. They get the ball to the people in the proper position. And who does it? Bobby Hurley. Right here, he already sees Grant Hill is posted low on the low blocks, wants to get him the ball. But he's got to clear out that area. So Thomas Hill clears out the area. Hurley dribbles down towards the baseline. Little pump fake to get his man out of position, up and under. And watch this. Up, under, nice bounce pass, Grant Hill, turnaround jumper. Great job offensively, but the very next play defensively, look at Grant Hill. He appears to be in poor position behind his man, creating a lot of space between the passer and the receiver. But watch his footwork as he comes around the man and uses his quick hand steal, outlet. Now watch the transition game. They do it all early. Front change, beats his man. Oh, Does he find Thomas Hill? Got to remember something, John. That was all the same sequence. It happened right after one after another. The offense, defense. Rutgers has its own penetration. Damon Santiago to Andrew Kobasovsky. And I say that again, Kobasovsky, because that's hard to say. He played very well. Rutgers played very well. But you have to play almost the perfect game to beat Duke.
Nobody is playing harder than you are, though, right in here.
Hurt.
You got the cold going, the sore throat, but we're not letting you go.
But I love being here, John.
We got a couple of games we are not letting you go. But we'll give you a break during the next segment when we'll run down some scores and highlights as we continue. Duke has the lead right now over Rutgers, but it's much closer than you might have thought. 5 points as they go to the locker room.
ESPN's NCAA basketball is brought to you by Nokia Mobile Phones, supplying cellular phones to the world. And by Volvo. Volvo would like you to drive safely.
Miami quarterback Gino Torretta is the winner of this year's Heisman Trophy. He outdistanced a couple of running backs. In fact, Marshall Faulk finished second, Garrison Hurst in third. Marvin Jones, a linebacker out of Florida State, finished fourth in the Heisman Trophy. We will see you after the game and at halftime of our second game. Right now, let's take you back to Dave and Bill. Rutgers hanging in there, down only 5 to Duke. Gentlemen.
Thank you, John. What with the Broadway shows being canceled tonight because of a storm, this is the hottest game in town. Dave Sims and Bill Raftery with you, and got to be surprised, a lot of people surprised around the country that Rutgers is hanging this tough.
Well, John may be the hottest ticket, but this is the hottest game in town, and Damon Santiago, I think, set the tone for this Rutgers club. He passes and creates space, gets the kickback, and for one of the few times, and we mentioned it, the penetration against Bobby Hurley, who's extraordinary adept at moving those legs. And it happened on 3 occasions. You're just seeing 2 of them. And I think that gave Rutgers some early confidence. You'll look for Duke to come out in great, strong defensive sets as we look at the numbers.
There you see the numbers there. Field goal percentage pretty close. Free throws, Rutgers with an advantage. Rebounds even. Bench scoring, there's the big edge right there, Raf. 16-4. The bench scoring has really been something. How about Rutgers? 0 for 5 from 3.
And the rebounding, I think, just being in the hunt. It has to keep Bobby Wenzel happy.
Well, look at both coaches as we're underway, second half. With Duke with the ball. Bobby Hurley, 4 for 6. At 11 points and 7 assists, yet it really didn't feel like he got off in the first half.
Never was in the flow. See if they start getting Parks in the flow again. Start looking for him a little bit.
There he is. Cherokee Parks to the hole and to the line.
Too easy of a post pass, Dave. You get the ball in a simple fashion. I think sometimes you forget to do the other things. All right, he catches the Bears, the pin down. Now Chuck Weiler is dead in a sense. The kickback to reposition, and now the angle to the goal.
See ya. 3 fouls on Weiler. Almost tipped back in. And we'll have a foul against Duke.
I don't know if Tony Lang,
his third. See what Santiago has for Hurley here in the second half.
Duke, I think, intentionally will be more aggressive now in their approach to the defensive end.
As you're saying, Worthy looks in the face of the defense. Let's see what happens. It will be Rutgers ball. Make that Duke ball. If you're Duke right now and you're up 49-42, and I mean, you're used to having teams run at you. Give me a couple things you want to do right here.
For Duke, you mean? Or for Duke? Well, get it in that guy's hands, for one. Hill, I think they're getting away from the motion, but bang the glass a little bit.
Like
misses,
Lang did there.
as Lang did. But I think get into your offense, get a flow, and maybe open it up a little bit for Hurley to drive, draw, and dish.
51-42, Duke over Rutgers, early second half.
Much better job by Parks, stepping through than helping on the pick.
Phillips, line drives it home. Jamal Phillips, he's got 10. Santiago is very intense. Dump down to Parks.
Pretty.
Nicely done.
Nice high-low. That's a tough pass, but you've eliminated each side for assistance. And then Parks all alone to roam.
10 for Parks. Santiago penetrates. No. Cherokee Parks. And the Duke Blue Devils up 53-44, looking for more.
You like that aggressiveness by Parks?
Show me something.
A lot of people haven't seen that side of him. I think he's going to be a terrific low post center. A little turnaround jumper.
Grant Hill saves it.
He's too unselfish down there, Parks, I think. Kicking it back out when he can make a strong move.
Shot clock down inside 20. Tony Lang.
Stepping through with the right hand.
It's Duke 55-44 over Rutgers. And Bob Wenzel wants to regroup. Largest lead of the night for the Blue Devils in their northern home at the Meadowlands. We're back after this. Our score at the Meadowlands, Duke by 11, 55-44. I want to remind you that next Saturday, wall-to-wall basketball, college hoops, 12:30, number 9 Louisville against number 17 Georgia Tech, at 2:30, number 13 UCLA against Georgia. Both games part of the Kuppenheimer Classic from the Georgia Dome in Atlanta. At 5, it's number 4 Indiana against Cincinnati. At 7:30, Iowa State against number 6 Michigan. This one's from the Palace in Auburn Hills, Michigan. And finally, Ohio State visits West Virginia at 9:30 p.m. And at midnight, it's Texas visiting Utah. To college basketball, hoop du jour next week on ESPN.
And Lamoureux in the game to go. Look at the pecking by Hurley.
Worthy gets it right back. Right to the hole. He'll shoot 2. Fouls on Thomas Hill. Boy, he took it strong to the hole and got banged accordingly. 3 fouls on Thomas Hill.
You call timeout and you want certain things to happen. This replay shows the feistiness. I used to call timeout. They kept talking. But right here, and we both noted, Phillips demonstrative in the huddle. Worthy showing what they spent time on. Hey, don't pack it. Let's get after them. Be feisty. Be aggressive. And it showed on that set.
See what Worthy can do shooting-wise from the field. He's 2 for 7 to this point. Worthy on the season shooting 37.5% from the field. Averaging 16.5 a game. He converts, it's 55-46 Duke.
A tough thing for Rutgers. They got to hang in so they can switch to D's and shake Duke up. You've got to get closer to do that. Can't let them leak away.
Thomas Hill made something out of nothing there. Goes up and he'll go to the line. Gonna call a foul on Worthy. He can't believe it. He can't believe it. Second foul on Worthy.
Personality there, Worthy. The glass, something that's important. You see Phillips, we mentioned how he loves to play, mix it up. He's an excitable kind of a guy. And that's the area of the game. And you're saying it was clean, Dave Sibbs, huh?
A lot of ball. That's just representing the case being pleaded by Mr. Worthy.
In the schoolyard, you wouldn't get it out of bounds.
No, not even close.
But the sleight of hand and also the offensive rebounding, a factor, I think, for Duke. Got to keep him off the glass.
12 points for Thomas Hill. Thomas Hill, next level NBA. Going to be make some money, a nice player.
Potentially, I think he's the guy that's sliding through unnoticed.
Hill 5 for 5 from the line. Got 11 points. And Duke by 9.
And a straight up man-to-man by Duke. Starting to step in front underneath. Lang gets that little nickel dime reach.
Indeed.
Bodied out a little bit. Good post offense.
Fourth foul on Tony Lang, and he'll take a seat. Here comes Eric Meek.
Number 52, Eric Meek, replaces Antonio Lang.
Worthy has not really started, has not shot well at all.
No, he's a kind of a kid defensively that generally disrupts with those long arms. Look at this.
There he is. He's got to make it happen.
But breaking him down with the bounce, something you don't often see against Duke.
Got to feel he'll start to take the ball a little bit more.
Eyes. The eyes have it in Parliament. They do here as well.
Grant Hill He's got 16. Rutgers 59-48. Trailing Duke.
Out of that stacked screen, you didn't think there was much room for that, did you?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
The kid is a gambler, and the finisher, not bad at all.
Shot clock down to 24. Santiago with the reset. Meek got a piece of that ball, and now we got a foul at Cherokee Park. Those are coach killers. Those
they are. One that you want to deny out there. They don't want him to reverse the ball, but don't reach in.
Good news for Duke, only the first foul on Cherokee Parks.
And he's all smiles on that call. So Michael up in this area really had a great reputation. Nobody wanted to play them. And all the schools did. The Ionas, the Fordhams, the St. John's, the Seton Hall. And you had to go up to Army. And he just locked you up.
Sure enough. The foul inside. They're going to call it on Eric Meek. For Meek, that's his first foul. And an all-important category here, Raph. Well, points in the paint.
Well, you get to the foul line, and Duke traditionally gets to the line more than most.
And they have turned it around nicely.
No.
Worthy. No. Kept alive by Meek. Here's Grant Hill to Hurley.
Meek and Phillips are teeing up on one another.
Talking about teeing it up.
Doesn't need much, does he?
Came into the game 6 for 15 from three-point range.
This is where your points in that 3-second area are invaluable as they start to pull away.
Worthy looking for a foul, and here comes Duke. Largest lead, 62-48. Grant Hill. Thomas Hill persistent, and it pays off.
That's the word, too. They can concentrate for a nice look by Santiago.
Jones, he can't get it. Now Duke in a typical Duke run.
They can get bursts, 10-1, 12-1.
You rush, you force, you don't convert, you're in trouble.
They also have that ability to keep after it for long periods of time. That's why they're tough to put away. Nice out.
Oh, here we go.
How about the pulling of the string? The back screen by Parks.
18 points for Grant Hill. Duke taking control. 14:29 left, second half. It's Duke 66. Rutgers 48 at the Meadowlands. Rutgers looking for an answer, and so far they have not solved this one.
Send it in.
Duke taking control at the Meadowlands. A 19-6 run to open up that lead here, Ref.
Dave, they've been doing side screens and screens across. All of a sudden, Lamoureux, unaccustomed to coming up, he is the guy that dictates switch. A lot of lingerie on the floor. No communication, and that's Duke, the heart. They just keep coming after. Now, there's going to be a 5-second call. Lamoureux has to hustle and take it in.
Real close, just got it in. Duke leading 66-48.
Here to talk.
It's the stuff we saw Duke working on the defensive end this morning. Air ball, Meek. It will remain Rutgers' ball.
A little point, if you recall, Mike was saying today to Hurley, you decide which way you want Santiago to go, and then we'll adjust the defense. So he's the pivot man out there on the guard.
Hurley just got ball, nice block. Cherokee Parks again, but Phillips scores. Bobby Hurley got banged in the nose in the exchange right before that inbound, but he's shaking it off.
They won't make him a soprano, though. How about Parks going after it on both ends?
There he goes again. Nice look.
Tough angle. Good job defensively by Rutgers.
Rutgers with a break opportunity. Santiago. Back Thomas Hill. And we're going to go the other way.
Jones with the old shoveroo.
And he did it right in front of Dick Paparo. There was no way that was going to slide by. Worthy back into the game for Rutgers. Kenny Blakeney for Duke.
Are you saying even Dick could see that? Is that what you meant? But they're not converting on trips, and all of a sudden Duke in tune, whether it's in the open floor or in their half-court set. That turns it around.
Tells that story right there, 57% to 30. Coming into the game, Duke 55%. In their 3 games, Rutgers 46%. In their 4 games.
Drive, draw, and then hit the pinch man.
Van Hill to Bobby Hurley. Try to get it to Hill. And how about, oh, nice job by Lemmer.
Sure was.
Santiago with authority to the hole. 66-52 Duke.
Santiago has had his moments. Good containment on this end, and then with Hurley Gamble in the backcourt, he got a free run.
Santiago's got 6. Worthy, good D on Blakely.
Oh, you don't want to kill him out there. That's where you get even.
And Thomas Hill, you believe this? The loose ball, the foul on Phillips on the grab.
Jamal overzealous deep on a guy who's king with the bounce. Can't score when it's on the floor, and he sort of let him enter because of that.
Second foul on Jamal Phillips. Look at Bob Wenzel. Mark Redden coming into the game. He replaces Santiago, and Kobosovsky will come back also for Rutgers.
Bobby keeps saying Santiago has made strides, and you have to believe him after seeing him out there this evening.
Boy, Hurley had a nice screen. Great opportunity. It was long. Rutgers down 66-52.
Good post pass.
Phillips. No, sir. Boy, they're really going for the hole here.
Lamoureux trying to bring home a replica of the evening. That's unusual to see that pass getting in from that location directly from the point down.
Grant Hill, his first foul.
Yes, sir, Mr. Hill. Thank you. Phillips will have 2 shots.
Phillips to the line.
Hey, I got
Phillips with 12 points.
I got Jamal.
He's a 60%er from the free throw line. He's out of Grady High School in Brooklyn, New York. 4'11" from the field this evening. Not bad.
I believe that's Roe Blackman's high school. Is it?
I believe so.
Yeah. Great spirit. Very aggressive performer down low.
And only a sophomore.
The one thing Rutgers can't do, they're still hanging tough. If they do press, it's got to be a press that the initial trap is aggressive, then get yourself back, because they're electrifying in the open floor when Duke gets running.
Kobosovsky in for Phillips. Kobosovsky did a great job first half, where he had 8 points. Good bench scoring for Rutgers in the first half. 18-4. I think that's 16-4 in the first half. Not the matchup Kobosovsky was looking for. Hello.
Well, you got to tighten your shorts when you're playing Hill. You don't want to lose them.
Hill with 20. Kobosovsky in traffic. Wow. How about Parks?
Unusual ball.
Thomas Hill, nice change of pace.
The give back on the money.
70-54.
Can't take wild shots anytime, but against a grade A team like this, it just ignites their break.
Overplay. Almost the save.
Lumpkin fouled him.
He sure did.
Thomas Hill tried to save it.
Tony Lang for Parks. Is this a sweet move or what?
This give back was just terrific, and now he just hesitates a little bit, lets the traffic clear, and completes.
The fact that he was left-handed helped too. If he had gone right-handed, might have had it sent back. Redden forcing inside. Nicely done. Kobosovsky.
Ball
Nice
came down cold.
10 points for Kobosovsky. Duke 70-56.
Little pop outs, and then they drag the defense up high on the weak side.
And you can see Duke's playing a lot looser too. Well, hang Jay by a line. Good rebound. Steve Worthy
with authority.
Worthy, this is going up. Oh, he couldn't get the spin.
Got away with it too.
There he is.
Look at him go
Nice job with the chase.
He's got some strength.
Very strong.
Judgment.
6'5", 210 out of Trenton, New Jersey.
Sometimes he rushes into things, but doesn't like for effort.
Bobby Hurley blows by Redden, and now they're going to call it offensive on Hurley. Good job by Kobosovsky. Second foul on Bobby Hurley.
One of the few times Bobby's been able to turn the corner. Here gets the attention and sort of gets it caught up. And one that both coaches would disagree with, huh? But went against them.
70-58, Duke leading. Got a good one here at the Meadowlands. We'll be back right after this.
Thank you so much.
19,099 here at the Meadowlands Arena. Duke playing well, but Rutgers hanging tough, and here's Steve Worthy.
Well, the reason we show this replay, when you're playing a great team and they take away things, you've got to have effort. And Worthy, although unattractive on the initial delivery, stays after it. And Rutgers hanging tough at 70-58 because of plays like that. And Duke has stepped their level of play up, so it hasn't come easily.
Coming up on the 10-minute mark, Worthy 4 for 12 from the field. He's got 12 points. Lumpkin, that's an NBA three. Can't get it. Lumpkin still 0 for the evening.
Donnell does get the puppy set on the bus. And he has passed up a few shots. I think their judgment has been much better this evening.
And Hill going to control things on right side of the court. Reverse by Hill. Forced his way in. Jones rebound. Rutgers looking to cut down this Duke lead.
They tag the shooters, don't they? And that's what scouting's all about. Hurley with a little bit of a mismatch. Lumpkin may be able to get a jumper over him. They pop him out.
There he is. Now Lumpkin, yes indeed. We'll go the other way.
Well, that takes care of size, huh?
Here it does.
Legs and body position. And a lot of hard work.
Lumpkin's first.
Player control foul number 23 of Rutgers, Donnell Lumpkin.
Much said about him. And the reason a lot of these people showed up. Whatever you need, he seems to give them.
Nice homecoming for Bobby there, too. 10 assists.
And quietly.
And Lumpkin now 0 for 6 from the field.
Nice little post pass.
Grant Hill will shoot 2. It was a good entry pass.
Defensively, even if you stop Hurley outside, if you don't play good inside defense, Dave, all of a sudden he'll cut you apart. Here, the denial, you're not up high enough. Jones is pinned by Grant Hill, and on the money once more, Bobby Hurley just finds people, but you can't allow situations like that to make him better than he really is.
3 on Jones, 3 fouls on Mike Jones. Here's Grant Hill once again at the line. 71-58 Duke.
The way he's going, he may have enough money to buy the Baltimore Orioles. His father may end up working for him, right? His VP there.
One of the VPs. 22 points for Grant Hill. There's your story. Coming up on 9 minutes. Santiago's been quiet this second half. Tough play. What do we got?
I think Grant with the reach in. You notice the pieces, Blakeney getting more minutes in a key situation. So we mentioned earlier, deepening the bench in pieces. And Meek contributing and Clark contributing in the past games. And tonight, Blakeney getting a chance to deepen an already pretty good basketball team.
Do you like Mike's chances with this 8?
Oh, I do. You mean nationally?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the way they guard and go. Not that people can't beat them.
Right.
I mean, there's a lot of clubs out there that can beat them, but you better play 40 because they do not back the tag. They just keep after you.
Rutgers shooting the 1-and-1, and good rebound by Tony Lang. The Bill Raftery preseason Final Four.
Boy, you're putting a lot of pressure on me. I went with Duke. I think Indiana, for what I've seen this early, and after that, you got me. I mean, this UCLA is going to get better as O'Banion gets better out west, and Arizona's a good basketball team. And Michigan, no question about those kids, their ability.
Grant Hill.
Look at
chases. Oh, baby.
You don't want to have runs with him in the park if you're a little tired or you've been out late the night before. Comes down and gets after it.
First game in the Meadowlands for Grant Hill. Nice job. It's a war under there. Lamoureux got it. Nice job.
He gives you effort. It's a war, and he divided that country in there. Step between guys.
Gave that last Duke bucket to Blake. You're kidding. Thomas Hill was not expecting that pass. He's trying to clear out. Duke leading 74-60, approaching 8 minutes, and the steal almost stepped out of bounds.
Give it up. Give it up.
Jones with the left hand.
What do I know?
It turns the left hand. You got to like that.
Coach, it worked. Yeah, it did, but you got an unhappy teammate.
That's right. Guy ran the lane. You got to give it to him. Here comes the crowd. What'd you say, Raft? About, what, 3 quarters for Rutgers? Another steal. Redden can't control it. Tough play.
Get the ball first, Mark. Then your club has control. Nice little run right now, but again, the effort prevailing.
That's right. And you got to give Redden
Wenzel got
his for the effort. You bet.
Wenzel's got these kids going after. I mean, they're not backing off at all. No packing. The tag.
Marty Clark will inbound. He just came into the game. Blakeney takes a seat. There's Santiago. This has been a great matchup all night. Santiago and Bobby Hurley. Hurley got the step, but the reach and the tip. Nice job.
He didn't give up, and he was getting some support in the rear.
Clark finds Hill. Nice to step.
He got the steps, but it was a nice down screen. You know what they do very well, Dave? The down screen is going, and it's almost like a receiver. The ball is in the air before the man pops out. Bang! He's got his jump shot or the move. Unfortunately for Duke, a walk.
We're at the Middle Age Arena. Dave Sims and Bill Raftery. Duke holding off Rutgers right now, 74-62.
Nice hold off by Phillips and good footwork by Parks.
Phillips. Oh, nice send back by Grant. Hill. Jones and Thomas Hill this time, and here comes Duke on the run. Nice give back and a finish by Cherokee Parks.
He makes the guy run the floor. Parks let him slide in front. He still delayed the dribble by bringing it right and letting him get in the lane.
Good way to have the big guys love you.
Oh, take him to lunch.
Santiago left hand. He'll shoot for the bonus. Santiago, we talked about during early in the game. He wanted Bobby Hurley badly.
He said he hasn't seen my quickness. That's what his comments in the local papers. And Bobby Hurley.
Lumpkin for Jones. Indeed.
And number 52, Andrew Novoselsky.
Third foul on Bobby Hurley.
You don't see this too often, folks, so sit back and enjoy. Hurley getting beaten on the angle. And I think Santiago, that's number 4 from my count, where he's been able to turn the corner.
Good job.
Now, I must say the score is 76-64 in favor of Duke with that comment. And Hurley's been doing a fine job overall.
3-point play for Damon Santiago. And it's 76-65 Duke. Good matchup here. A little too far, a little bump, got away with it.
Phillips playing aggressively. You can't.
Hurley, no, and Thomas Hill with the follow-up. He will shoot 2. Fouls on Steve Worthy.
Can't say enough about Phillips. I think his attitude has permeated this club.
Third foul on Steve Worthy. Yes, indeed, Phillips. Kind of guy that he can definitely go to battle with.
And also, you don't have to worry about chipping in for a haircut. He's got a season-long one.
How about that? Phillips, Santiago, Lumpkin, and a couple of guys on the bench. The shaved look.
I got him for a 10-second violation.
He pushes it.
I gave the count. The refs, you can't blame them. They sort of hesitate between counts when they flash it. It's a cheap type of call anyhow.
Perfect from the line is Thomas Hill.
Just blends in, doesn't he?
Keeps the string going. 13-point advantage for the Duke Blue Devils. So far, is there a go-to guy right now for Rutgers?
They haven't really established one. It's been a variety of people. The penetration by Santiago. Kolbasowski's done a nice job on occasion, but it's more of a jump shooting club out there right now.
Lumpkin scoreless, has not hit from the field yet. That's how streaky he is. Shot clock coming up on 10 seconds. Got to get something to go. Santiago, no.
Condominium, huh? Ooh,
6 figures?
Delivery.
6 figures?
Yeah. Build the foundation.
ESPN continues its coverage of Sunday Night NFL as Sterling Sharp and the Red Hot Green Bay Packers visit Houston's House of Pain to take on the Oilers. Both teams in the playoff hunt need a big victory tomorrow night. So join us at 8 p.m. Eastern only on ESPN.
A little 2-3 zone on the out of bounds.
That almost brought back the Snowdoar area.
That's a ceiling scraper. He's from a wealthy neighborhood, huh? No small church roofs.
That's exactly right. None of those line drive bank shots. Duke leading 78-65. Coming up on 5 minutes left in the ballgame at the Meadowlands.
Little delay now, get some rest. Take some clock off. You got 2 point guards out there in Hill and Hurley, obviously.
Nice job by Lumpkin. There's a guy, if you were thinking about go-to people, if Lumpkin had got off to any kind of a streak, but he's on the bad side, 0 for 6 from the field.
Yeah, he gets on a roll, he's devastating.
All over, too.
Nice cut and pass. Not bad, huh? 7-footer.
Just take that textbook, the page right out of the book.
Great cut, but the touch on the bounce by Cherokee.
15-point lead. Phillips, whoa, sent away, but a foul on Cherokee Parks. His second.
This is not a cop-out for Parks. It's very hard for a big guy to play a smaller postman. I mean, just the contact is different, the footwork, the speed. And Phillips knows that and is a terrific guy holding off and spinning out.
And you talked about turning the corner. He got in with the left hand nicely.
Sage, wise, the low post player, Jamal.
Jamal shooting 60% from the line, 10 rebounds. Top rebounder on the ball club for Rutgers. Mike Jones back into the game. Still haven't been able to get anything from Lumpkin.
No. It eliminates a deep threat.
Well below on his rebounds.
That's
Jamal Phillips, you bet. 10 rebounds a game. He's only got 2. Another very deliberate free throw shooter. Whoa! Big bounce, and Hill comes up with it.
And no hurry now as they milk a little time here and see if you'll commit, make some backdoor cuts as you saw Hill do. Look at this clear for him.
Nice body control, too.
It was. They got the leg on leg, and Parks still able to convert. But now it's a lot of individual skills defensively. Not a good foul by Parks.
Not at all. Parks with his 3rd foul. Parks with his bucket has got 14 points.
He's got a little charm out there, too. Doesn't he smile? But individually, I don't think Rutgers can contain this open floor now. The matchups to their disadvantage.
For Rutgers, Jamal Phillips.
And the thing that's amazing to me, too, about Rutgers at Worthy, you're getting to a point now where you need him to try to go off. Need to get him some opportunities.
Some quick shots.
Yeah.
See if they do some pressure now. Getting to the point of the game, we can say, oh, heck, we gotta get a steal or 2.
Force the action, maybe look for some threes next couple of times down.
I think you'd like this offense, huh? Get those feet set.
Parks with the rebound. And actually, a few people with 4 and change left on the clock looking for the exits. Hurley.
I got to bail him out. That's as slow as you'll see Hurley bring the ball up, by the way. Trying to just get in position for some knockout blows.
Working the clock. Santiago, he's nailed with the foul, his third. Tony Lang going to come back into the game for Duke. And Cherokee Parks will take a seat. And he has played a fine game. Cherokee Parks with 14 points. 6 in the first half, 8 in the second half. Chuck Weiler back for Rutgers.
One of the reasons they get to the foul line, they're in the 10 situation and they attack Duke. And their personality is such that they're going to create contact. And they put you away on this line night in, night out.
Early, 89% from the field, from the free throw line. And look at that night. Nice homecoming, Bill.
Sure was. And we've seen him play even better. But great control of the team.
It's Duke in control. We're back after this. There's your score. Duke leading Rutgers among the brave who have come out in bad weather to the Meadowlands Arena. Don't forget, coming up next, number 9, Louisville plays host to number 3, Kentucky, right after our game from Freedom Hall in Louisville, Kentucky.
How about that kid, Rhodes? St. Anthony's kid like Bobby Hurley. And Hurley running the show all game long and tutored by Tommy Amaker during his first couple of years. Not a bad guard in the Duke system.
That Jersey guy kind of night with Rhodes and Hurley. Weiler, left hand, knocked away. Boy, nice job by Thomas Hill. Antonio Lang got hit in the face.
Johnny Dawkins, not bad. This guy, pretty darn good as well, next to Pete Gaudet. Spent a lot of time in the early years talking to Bobby as he would come out of the game or in practices. Of course, Mike gets the wins.
That's right. Thomas Hill. Tony Lang.
A couple of long arms.
Tony Lang with the tip, and he's got 7 points. Duke putting this one away. And again, worthy shot attempts that he's not had maybe more than 4 or 5 attempts second half. You know you're in good shape with Weiler shooting out there. That's not what Rutgers usually wants.
So much mobility, though, both on offense and defense. I mean, I mentioned the long arms of Lang because defensively, you're not sure whether you can get your shot off. They're very active on both ends.
There's another back door.
Nobody saw it, huh? Other than Grant Hill.
Clock winding down, coming up on 2:35 left in the ballgame. Nice spin. And the follow. Got it. Grant Hill lighting it up. He's got 26.
A little bit of a cramp, too, Dave, as he went back. But this is the time of game when you can show a little magic.
And Rutgers with a timeout. Bob Wenzel has seen his team play real well tonight. Final timeout for Rutgers. We'll be back for the final 2:21 in a moment. All right, back at the Meadowlands, everybody. Dave Sims and Bill Raftery. Duke leading 88-67, final 2:19 here. And we talked about worthy shot attempts. 2 for 6 first half, 2 for 6 second half.
Not enough of them, really. Not enough good ones. And he continues.
And there's Jamal Phillips with
to hustle.
Phillips with a fine game, 18 points.
Chris Collins in, and a familiar name.
Number 20 at the bottom of your screen.
Outstanding shooter, and why not? Son of
Doug Collins.
Former Sixer great. An Olympian as well.
Right, 72 Heartbreak team. Weiler with a rebound.
The game of a dozen ends, huh?
Santiago, nice, and he'll go to the line.
This is on Moore. Great growth for him, Dave. Maybe finding his game.
They give the foul to Marty Clark, his third.
Watched Collins in practice and then a high-five American game. And has a great stationary jump shot. I mean, unerring. And he can contribute, I think, this year for Mike, particularly if they can see some zones and they need some people to open it up.
Good rebound by Lang. This will run Duke's all-time record against Rutgers to 3-0.
And then Duke has some kids coming in. Joey Beard, 6'10", South Lakes High School. Greg Newton, Jeff Capel, Carpet Wallace. They keep coming, huh?
It'll be Rutgers ball. Minute 26 left. Don't forget Louisville and Kentucky coming up right after our game here at the Meadowlands in the snowy New York metropolitan area. Basically, with a game over like this, you just want to look at certain sets here, Bill.
I think you're really, for Rutgers' sake, trying to keep playing your game. Nice pound in. They haven't. I think they've done a nice job in the low post as Weiler with 4.
Yeah.
His guy down there, and just play sound. Duke, good shots, no hurry. Getting some subs in the game too.
And Jones with the bucket as we're now in the final 45 seconds.
I think Mike is trying to get Hurley out of the game, but it doesn't look like Rutgers is going to foul to help him out.
Duke's going to run its record to 4-0, 17 straight. Rutgers will go to 2-3. Worthy and Hurley still on the floor here in the final seconds with the foul. So Hurley had a terrific summer. It's his 4th foul, by the way. And Bobby Hurley, boy, did he impress the pros warming up as the road show for the Dream Team as he goes out to a big ovation. Largely boos. Not largely cheers.
Well, that's for the Rutgers band.
That's it.
Nobody boos Hudson County guys. They pay for it. But against this Dream Team, they played 3 20-minute periods. I talked to Chuck Daly about it, and I told this story once before. The first 20, the kids beat them. Second 20, a little closer. Chuck rode them a little. They came out of the gate in the third 20. The third day, he's doing the same things, penetrating, finding people. Chuck calls timeout, and the pros turn to one another, and they say, put the glove on the kid. That meant put Michael, and that stopped Hurley from penetrating a little bit and finding others.
That's right.
High praise.
Everybody knows Michael Jordan, also a great defender. And we're going to foul off the ball with 12.9 seconds to go.
Marty,
I love that nickname, the glove.
The glove. Well, he is. Has nothing to do with his golf either.
Here's Chris Collins. And Worthy will go back to the line one more time.
Well, Bobby, you hate to look at a tape and say, well, we gave them a good effort, and Hurley did give a great effort, but Wenzel, in looking at this, is going to have to say, hey, let's go, guys. Let's start beating the teams that we're capable of beating and get better. Of course, Duke maintaining a run now. They have exams coming up and then on to Maui.
That is not too shabby. Santiago, fine game.
Terrific.
For Rutgers.
And Bobby's got LIU coming up, if I'm not mistaken, and Hofstra.
That right before the ECAC Holiday Festival at the Garden.
Kentucky, I think.
That's a beauty. Collins, as it's stripped, he'll get an opportunity. 7.6 seconds left.
Mike Bray, the Duke assistant, that out on the road quite a bit looking at kids, gave me all those recruits, and they're delighted. They may still bring in one more.
So they've really established a powerhouse. And they're back in their northern home. They got it done tonight. There we go. Final seconds. Phillips. Oh, misses an easy one. And that will do it. Duke over Rutgers, 88-79 for Bill Raftery and everybody here at the Meadowlands. I'm Dave Sims. Let's get to John Saunders.
All right, gentlemen, thank you very much. Duke, it was a 5-point game at halftime, but in the second half, the adjustments by Coach Krzyzewski, a big difference. That's game number 1 of the 2 we'll have tonight. The second one will go down to the Bluegrass State, where Kentucky, ranked number 3, faces Louisville. That one comes your way in just about 5 minutes' time. But first, Jim, as we went to the locker room and we saw the adjustments, that's one of the things that impresses you most about them is the adjustments they make at halftime and making use of their athletic ability.
That's why Coach K is maybe the best in the business now, but they also made a great call from the bench. You'll see every once in a while Duke uses a set play. They did one for Grant Hill, and it really worked very, very well. As you see here, Bobby Hurley is going to give the ball to Grant Hill, and then he's going to change positions. That kind of sets up the play. It's the key to the play. It lets people know what's coming if they change positions. Then you watch Grant Hill. He's going to reverse the ball at Hurley, and now up. Here comes that screen. The defensive player for Rutgers, right, does not see the man behind him getting ready for that screen. Then by the time the other defensive man for Rutgers makes an adjustment, the guy on Cherokee Parks, guess what? Too late. Lob pass. Watch this. Grant Hill back pick. Hurley. Boom. Dunk. It's things like that. They're a veteran team with a great coach. very difficult team to beat.
Yeah, tough for Rutgers, certainly, but not a bad effort for the team at home. Right now, we're going to get to the second game as soon as we run through some of the scores and the highlights. Kansas, they're ranked #2 in the nation, facing Missouri, Kansas City. It's early. 10-9 is the score. Indiana Classic, the championship game of Western Michigan facing Indiana. Indiana, of course, his coach Bobby Knight was a head coach, while Bob Donewald was the assistant for Western Michigan as the head coach. Now that's Calvert Chaney with a three-pointer as Indiana has opened up the lead. It's now 26-15, about 12 minutes to go in the first half. Iowa over Iowa State this earlier today, 78-51. Val Barnes with 19 points there. Georgetown, the Hoyas at home at McDonough against Maryland Eastern Shore after they'd already played one inside the conference of the Big East. That was against Pitt. They get the win in that one. So tonight they get a little bit of an easier one. Joey Brown here, back to Don Reed, and then he's coming right into your living room. Jams this one down. A little showtime as he hangs off the rim with the tongue coming out like Michael Jordan. It's now a final 87-54. Othello Harrington with another big game for the Hoyas for that freshman. Oklahoma facing UMass. This one underway as well. Tony Barbee with 10 points at halftime, all locked up 47 apiece. San Diego facing UCLA. UCLA and the Bruins, a very exciting team right now. Everyone thought that perhaps this was a down year for them. It has not looked that way. Just one loss in the preseason NIT. Spin move here by Ed O'Bannon. This one drops in on the nice roll. Then O'Bannon once again doing it from the top of the key. It rolls out the front iron, the back iron, and drops in. They're off and running. O'Bannon with the steal. Sean Tarver, he takes it all the way, leans in off the glass. Then O'Bannon again with the steal. Behind the back, off the glass, Tyus Edney is there to follow the 5'10" point guard, knocking it down. And right now, UCLA rolls 90-63. Sean Tarver with 21 points. Arizona over Utah. They trailed at halftime, but they win going away 78-64. Chris Mills, 19 points, 7 rebounds. Syracuse facing Texas San Antonio. 9 minutes to go on that one, 82-66. Syracuse undefeated at home this year. Georgia State at Georgia Tech, no match, 102-79. James Forrest, 30 points and 12 rebounds. Travis Best, 18 points and 7 assists. Purdue beats Loyola of Chicago 84-70. Glenn Robinson started slowly but finished with 21 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 steals. Georgia Southern at number 19 Cincinnati. They've gone to the locker rooms. 40-25 is that score. Curtis Bostic with 12 points and 6 boards. Northwestern Louisiana facing Tulane 53-39. About 19 minutes to go. They've just got the second half underway. Anthony Reed with 12 points. And Nebraska facing Wichita State and down.